Okay, now that we've got everybody, well, we're hoping to have just about everybody on board pretty soon. But it is that time, 1:30, and we do again have the privilege of having Derek Cooper, our help desk technician, on board with us this afternoon. Go ahead and say hello, Derek.
Hey everyone.
Hey Derek, how you doing?
All right, we're hearing background noise, so we can work on that. I don't know where it's coming from. All right, I think I got rid of it. Okay, so Derek, tell them the reason why we're back.
Alrighty, so we're back again this week. Because we're going to look into the Google accounts, because last week we talked about YouTube, and to get the full benefits of using YouTube, you will need to have a Google account and other Google services, such as maybe you want to use YouTube TV, maybe Gmail for your email if you want to switch, or maybe if you want to use some of Google's features like the word processor or Google Slides. So there's many different reasons why you will want to make a Google account. And today we're going to go over the different ways that you can do that and how you can take benefits from them.
Right. We're also going to explain why, how is Google connected to YouTube? And there is a connection. The connection is that, and we'll find out. Let's go here now. So in 2022, YouTube generated over what? 29 billion in revenue from advertising alone.
Excuse me, Mr. Rita.
Pardon me?
Excuse me. How do I get to where you are? I just came on.
When you say get to what are you saying? I'm not sure.
I see you on. I see what you got on the screen.
Yeah, you're not seeing my screen?
I can see it. I say, how do I get there? Probably the Google account. The Google website.
Well, let's find out. That's a good question, though. Let's find out.
I want to try to keep up with you.
Please do. And if you can't, we're always available at other times to answer questions, okay? But I see your hand is raised. So Google, YouTube was able to generate that much money. Remember, everything these days is all about the dollar, right? Money, right? When Google, as we shared last week, that Google purchased YouTube back in, what, 10 years ago?
It was about 2006-ish. 2006 is when they purchased them.
They purchased it. Google was very good at doing certain things, and YouTube also, but YouTube was having difficulty in areas that they couldn't handle, and they wanted to do advertising, they wanted to do lots of things. But so Google became smart and decided, here, we're going to purchase YouTube. And at that time, it was created by 3 individuals who worked for PayPal, and they made some serious money on that when they bought it. And so now they're now joined forces, one company, but they're still somewhat separate in the way they earn their incomes. But so basically, Google is saying, or YouTube is saying, or Google is saying, either one of them is saying, look, you want to use our products, then you got to have a Google account. And YouTube is saying, the same thing. So they're expecting the same thing to get the benefits of YouTube. So here's your first question. Can I use YouTube without Google account? You can certainly browse YouTube and watch YouTube videos without having a Google account. However, if you want to have a YouTube account, you will need to have a Google account first, right? So they're saying, here, you want one, you get the other, but vice versa, okay? So what is the difference between a Google account and a YouTube channel? We'll talk about that. You can watch and like videos and subscribe to channels with a Google account. Watch and subscribe. But without a YouTube channel, you have no public presence on YouTube. Well, you don't necessarily need public presence, right? But you do need, you want to subscribe to the Wild Tech Alliance YouTube channel so that you can access all of our presentations that you may want to review again, or if you missed it, you want to see it. So that's the reason you will have to have a Google account if you want easy access to that channel. Am I right, Derek?
You're 100% correct.
So that's the reason why. Okay. Do you need a Google account to upload videos to YouTube? Well, that's not where you're at, but let's say you decided, oh, I've got an event that I'd like to upload to share with others. You can once you've got these accounts. Yes. And remember, YouTube is all user what? Participation. Any and everybody can upload a video on YouTube. And believe it or not, I don't know if you do it, but I sometimes when I'm like, need some relaxation in life, don't want to be bothered with anything, I go to YouTube and just watch videos, other people's videos. Some of them make sense, some of them are stupid, some of them are, you know, but it's a way of, you want to escape from reality? That's where I go sometimes. Just to see how people are thinking, what's going on, because what it is user parties. In other words, it's like me saying, I'm going to show you how I do my gardening and I'm going to upload it, create a video on it and upload it on YouTube. Not only am I doing that, but if I have a channel, I'm also what? Earning money through commercials, advertising. So the more people watch my video, the more money. They're selling products. I'm making money on the side, passive income, right, Derek?
Yep, it's very passive income with some requirements to make even more money, but we'll get into that later.
So
Yeah, sure, you're right.
So I've got here, I've got two videos. I'm not sure which one I'm going to show, but depending, one that says, if you don't already have a Gmail account, we can show you and tell you how to get a Gmail account and how to create a Google account. So what does this really mean? All right, so the two videos, they vary. One of them is saying, if you have a Gmail account already, you can have that added to your iPad, meaning for easy access. That means you don't really have to be concerned about creating a Google account per se, because your Gmail account is your Google account.
Yes.
It's just, it has more to it than just Gmail though, that you probably been only using the email aspect of it. I'm not going to show that video now. I'll come back to it.
Hi
So,
friends, welcome back to my channel. So for today, it's gonna be
so moving on. Oh well, this one wants to show too right now. So let's talk about what is it about this Google thing? Well, it's a workspace. It does, you can do so much. It's like having your own business or office right in your hands when you're using your iPad. It's a collection of apps, free to use tools that are developed and powered by Google. Useful for a variety of purposes. Google Workspace can be used for purposes including business, personal use, productivity, collaboration, education, and connectivity. And to really actually tell you, our business, Wild Tech, we use Google Workspace. When I create these slides, I am using Google Slides to show. When I create spreadsheets on all the data, we collect, it's on Google Workspace. I'm doing it. So it's a really big thing. But you know, if you're at home just using your iPad, it's not a big, but it's there to be used. Free product. So here's what they're saying. Reasons to use Google: it's free. At no cost, Google Workspace gives you access to many useful tools such as Gmail and Google Drive. And I can speak about this Google Drive thing. I've been using it for years. It offers cloud-based storage, meaning anything that I collect and I put it in my Google, I don't have to worry about, can I access it at any given time, because it's there. It doesn't matter which part of the world I am, I can access whatever documents, yes, documents. I can save documents on Google and access it at any given time, no matter where I am. Anything. And here it is, better accessibility. So who can use Google Workspace? Anyone. Anybody can use it. It's free. Up until you start to really use it for business purposes, then money is being spent. But for you all, it's free. No cost to it. All right. And then, of course, we'll talk about. So, Derek, why don't you chime in and talk about the transition? Why? Okay, so now you told them about how, or we can refresh them, and what is the need to go to these presentations that are that you've created on the WildTech channels, and what is the convenience of having a Google account to give them easy access to it? Go ahead, Derek.
So for the WildTech channel, for you all, the purpose is to allow you all to review any sessions that you may have missed or you have seen. You may have forgotten something. You want to just go back and like, oh, okay, I forgot what they say here. Let me go ahead and get that information again. You can have that readily available to you 24/7, anytime you feel like it. Also, it's good for you if you had a Google account, is you're able to make playlists of your own that you can put certain videos in a playlist and you can go back and watch them in any order you wish, or you just have a collection of videos set aside so you can always refer back to them for any information if you forget. We also have playlists on our channel that is organized in certain categories, so that way it's easier for you to view certain topics that are related all at the same time without you having to click around to figure out where's this video from 3 months ago. If it's related, it's going to be in a collection and you can just view it that way. But also with you having a Google account, you'll be able to subscribe. And that's the biggest thing, because it's one thing for us to have all of these videos in one place for you to find every time. But it's another if you subscribe to the channel, and you'll be able to be notified when the latest session that we've had goes up on the channel. So you'll be notified immediately, like, hey, that session that we just had, I see that it's on the YouTube channel. Let me go back and look at it. Maybe for nostalgia purposes. Maybe when we do the trivia, you want to go look back at that. So we want to have that readily available to you as soon as possible. So
thank you, Derek. Would you like to show them the channel?
Yes, I can
Share
show you the
your
channel.
screen. Take them there.
Right now. All right. And here we go. So y'all see my screen?
Yep.
All righty. So here's our YouTube channel. And as you can see here, I have shortened the name from last time. It actually took effect now. So you don't have to put in the entire name of the Wilderness Technology Alliance. You just need to put in WildTech and you'll be able to find us on YouTube if you search us up. I am using my computer, so it's going to look a little different just for a refresher. But if you're on your iPad, you will see a little magnifying glass just like this on the screen. And you'll just type in our name in the search bar, hit return, or hit the enter key, and you'll see our iconic blue logo with the green mountain.
You put it on mute though.
And with this, you'll be able to see that we have videos here from the latest uploads. that we put out, and also we have playlists. And this is what I was referring to. We have collections of videos from different speakers or different topics that are all in the same space. So you can just click on that one thing and you can view all of it at the same time. So no clicking around trying to figure out where things are. If you know the topic, you'll be able to find the video.
Tell them how to create the correct playlist of videos that they may be interested in.
All right. So to create a playlist, if you have a Google account, let's go to just any of these. Let's go to the advanced training. So on this advanced training here, as you can see at the bottom, it'll look kind of similar on your iPad, where you'll see here's a like button, here's a dislike button, share, download. But then you'll see this little icon right here, this button, it says save. So when you press this, you'll get a little prompt right here where for yours, it'll be empty. But for me, you can see all the different playlists that I have currently. But if you press create new playlist, you can put in the name. Let's just say my favorite videos. And you can set the privacy to either private or public. Private means only you can see this unless you share it with someone else. Or you can set it to public, so anyone on the internet can look at your playlist that you've made. And then unlisted is the same as private, but they have to have the link in order to view it. So if they don't have the link, they can't view it at all. So I'll make this public and press create. Now what I've done is I made a playlist. So now with my Google account right here, it says my favorite videos. I click on it. Here's the start. It starts right here with this one video. And if I go to another video, as I'll do right now, let's see, I'll go to a different playlist. Let's go to a Cyber Seniors playlist. So here's a Cyber Seniors video. I'll click on one of these videos. So what I would do is I'll go to the video and press save again. And at the top of the list, as you can see, my playlist, my favorite videos are here. So I'll just go ahead and tap right here. So the check mark is there. And then now, if I close that out and go back to my favorite videos playlist, you will see now I have 2 videos here. So it's easy to create and add a playlist on YouTube while you have a Google account. So it gives you more usability with the website in order for you to be able to better use it to how you want to use it.
Thank you, Derek. So that's an example of the benefits of having your Google account. Is the fact that, let's say you're going to be away for whatever time, you don't have time to actually watch whatever is coming on, you know, what came on last week in the advanced training. So you can then create a list of last week's advanced training and have them all uploaded or to your playlist. And in your time, you sit and watch them. For example, what if you had missed what are PDF files? You can go put it on your playlist, create it, upload it on your playlist, and then watch it in your time, downtime. So that's one of the, at least the reason why we feel it's important for you to have a Google account so that you can easily access any of the WildTech videos for your benefit and, at any given time. Okay, so that's, what the goal is today is to get you to understand why. And then if it's something you see yourself needing to do, then we are more than happy to show you how to get your Gmail set up. And then of course, the Google account. And then of course, the YouTube access. All right, I see some hands, a couple of hands. So let's address those and then we'll move on again. Go ahead, Mary, unmute. I've been asking you to unmute. Go ahead.
Yes, I have a Google account and I was trying to get the videos from the classes
Mhm.
that you've had, and I saw some of the classes, but I didn't find everything.
Right. So that's an excellent question. So Derek, she has a Google account. What should she do
So
to
what you
access the Wild Tech um,
oh yeah, sorry.
channel?
So if you've seen some of them, but not all of them, if you want to access the WowTech channel, so if you type WowTech into your search bar, you should be able to see that logo that I've shown before. Let me go back to it.
But where does
Smooth.
she go to type in that Wild Tech? She needs to go where? Tell her.
Right. So you have to go to YouTube, and then you have to go to your top right and on your YouTube. You'll see the little magnifying glass. It looks different because I'm on my desktop currently, but
Oh,
you'll
is
see this
the
magnifying glass.
so it's the search. The search
Mhm.
say
Mhm.
what's the search. Yeah, I did that, and I did WildTech, and I saw some of the pictures of some of the participants in the classes, but I was trying to access some of the modules that I
Mhm.
want to go over, but I didn't see any of the modules. I saw some of the advanced classes, but I didn't see all the classes that that were presented. That's why I was wondering if I was
Mhm.
doing something wrong, because I did get on the site that said WildTech.
Okay, so I can help you with that too, because sometimes when you search, you may not see the channel when you search it. You may see videos, and you definitely can be able to navigate to the channels from the videos. So for example, if I go back to the PDF one, and as you can see right here, you will see it on your iPad. You'll see the name of our YouTube channel. If you
Yeah.
tap on that, it will take you to this page. And then from here, if you want to look at the modules, you'll see on that page for the playlist. You'll tap on that, and you'll see the modules playlist in that subsection.
That's
You'll
what
be
you
able
Okay.
want.
to access.
That's exactly what you want
Okay, so I didn't get all of those. All right, I'll try that after the class. See what
That
And if
was
you
a-
have any, oh yeah, if you have any issues, just make sure you call here at the help desk, and we'll be able to help.
Okay, thank you.
All right. And Dennis, go ahead and unmute and ask your question.
Yes, I wanted to ask a question. Is your Google account the same as the one you made for your oh, my mind went blank.
For your Apple ID, is that where you
Yeah,
going?
for your, is it the same account that you use for your Facebook and all that kind of stuff that you have to log into?
That's a great question, Ann. No, it's not. Again,
Okay, so I have to make another account.
well, you have to create an account. For example, you have to create a Gmail account. And
Oh.
that calls for, and we'll go through those steps in a little while, once we're finished with this series
Hello?
of questions. Of course, a username,
Okay.
and completing a form. And then, of course, Google wants to verify you, who you say you are. And I do have that video. I'll show that in a little while, but I want to just get things, once we get to that. So that's a very good question. We will be addressing that. Yes.
Oh, okay, because I was getting confused because
Yeah.
I have gone on and gotten on to the YouTube thing and seen a couple of the videos.
Mhm.
But I like the other lady. I couldn't see some of the other stuff.
Yeah. As Derek mentioned, in order to get easy access to the channel, the actual channel belonging to Wild
Mhm.
Tech, and to see all of the videos, Google account is basically required.
Okay.
Maybe you might be able to
Alright.
you don't need a Google account just to see a video, but to get access to all of them in one location is like going into a town where everything is accessible. Got it?
Mm.
Well, we'll show you that in a little while. All right, let's go to Diane.
Okay.
Hello, Derek. This is Diane. How's everybody? I
Good.
have two questions. I have two email Google accounts.
Mhm.
One was compromised, but I went in there and changed the name and I went the extra step of securing the account, but it still come up funny to me. And on that account, I had some movies that I bought.
Mm.
So what I'm asking is, can those movies be transferred to my other Google account under a different name?
Wow, that's a tough one. It's a good question, but it's a tough one to answer unless I know for a fact, I would have to do research to answer that question. I don't know, but Derek, would you need research? Because I couldn't answer it directly until I've done the research on it.
So I won't be able to answer it directly as well, but I have a general response to that as how certain accounts work when you do purchase things. So usually when you purchase something with an account with an email, especially if I'm not sure if you use both the videos on YouTube using that account, but generally you may have to talk with Google support, see if they can do that for you, because other than that, that compromised email may just they may have you not be able to use it. So you may have to do some little bit of digging and research for that.
Okay, and my next question is, every time I go under the account, under my old account, I can't seem to pull up the movies that I paid for. So what do I have to do to go and find them?
You mean the one that was compromised?
Yes.
It's-
In other
you
words,
can't
when I
find
go
it?
to YouTube,
Where did you purchase these videos from, Diana? I need to get a picture on.
from YouTube. I purchased them from YouTube.
You actually purchased them. That's interesting.
Yes, from YouTube too.
That's a question I would want to go on the YouTube chat channel and ask that question. Where are my movies that I purchased? And let Google respond to that. Since you purchased it from them, they're the ones would know. Of course, they're sitting on a server, which you should have access to, but you're saying you don't have access to that.
No, I can go to YouTube.
Mhm.
But when I look at the YouTube, what I'm saying, when I'm looking at the YouTube, I want to know on that line, you see the line right here on the left-hand side there.
Mm-hmm.
I want to know what do I go under to find my movies?
Ah.
In other words, I don't see no your movies, or I can't find it. I can't find the how to identify my movies on that line. I have done it one time, but I forgot how to do it.
I
Mm.
kind of
I'm an
know.
old lady.
I kind of know what you're saying, and I mean,
I'm an old lady, so give me a
Diane.
minute.
So Diane, what I would recommend is that you can call the help desk on that one, and maybe you could share your screen, and then they could probably help you locate how to do it based on what's shown on your screen.
Or like you
Okay.
said, Teresa, she can go to YouTube and chat with them. Ask them that what you said. I purchased my movies, but where do I go look to see them?
Mhm.
Because I'm not seeing them.
And
And
you
they-
can
and
send them an
they'll tell
email. Mhm.
And they'll tell you, oh, you need to go to this.
Mhm.
Right.
So try that too,
And
Diane.
see, I got it on my laptop.
Mhm.
That's where I purchased it from, on my laptop.
Mhm.
And I go to YouTube.
Yeah, that's something a little bit more than we can answer to right now, but we'd be more than happy to assist you in resolving it.
Well, Teresa,
Okay.
what she said, would it be She did it off the laptop.
It does, no,
Okay,
it's not,
So would it be,
it's on a server. It's not sitting on her laptop.
she said
It's on a
she
server.
purchased them from the laptop.
Yeah, well, you know,
Oh.
she said using her laptop, using it.
Oh, I thought
Unless
said
she
purchased-
purchased it and downloaded it onto her laptop. Now, when you say you purchased, was it one of those that you could access whenever you wanted to off of a server? Or did you buy the movie? It's yours to keep and you can download it onto your device and access it whenever. There's a
No, I
difference.
didn't.
There's a
I didn't
difference.
do none of that. I just bought the movie, looked at the movie, turned it off, and it's on YouTube.
Well, if
But
it's
what
on
I'm saying,
YouTube, it's
like-
on a server. It's on a server. Meaning you should be, if
Okay.
you purchase it, you should be able to access that at any given time because it's on a server. You have access to it.
But what I'm asking, what is it under? Library, history?
We don't know. We would have to
That's-
have you share your screen with us one day while you're on your iPad and probably direct you on how to access it.
Oh, okay,
Make sense?
okay. Yes, it does.
Okay. So keep that in mind. Get in touch with me with an email and we can arrange that.
All right,
Okay?
all right.
All right, Diane. Thank you.
you so much.
You're welcome. John, go ahead, John.
Okay, there. Hey, my thing is, back in the day, I had a Google account,
Mhm,
and I love my grandkids so much that
mhm.
I let them take control of my computer. Next thing I know, created itself a Google account,
Mhm.
which knocked me out of my Google account.
Mm.
So every time I go in to my Google account, they would ask me about him.
How
Now, I
about
don't have the information about him to change it. So I think I created another email address,
Mhm.
but it keeps asking me about his Google account.
Hmm.
I'm trying to figure out how can I get his Google account knocked out and create my own again.
You have to have a new email address,
I
meaning
got
a new
one.
user number. Right, Derek?
Yes, you have to make a new one, and also, if you're saying if that's how it happened, you may have to see it in person so we can exactly see what's going on. Because without seeing the exact thing is asking you for, it asks for his information. Is it for his password or
Right.
yeah? We need to see that type of information to
Yeah.
give you a direct answer on that. A lot of these questions we may need to see it to give you a
Mhm.
direct answer, because there's a lot of different things that any of this could be for the most part without seeing it.
Mhm.
Okay.
But it's a very good question. All right, Brenda, go ahead, Brenda, unmute.
Yes, now I have a Google account for my email and Gmail.
Mhm.
So that I'm trying to understand, that's different from the creating one for YouTube. Is that
Nope.
correct? I'd have to
Nope.
create a
Nope.
brand new.
No, it doesn't. It's the same account.
Oh,
You just
okay.
have, I just have to show you how to use it,
Okay, all right.
just how
Okay,
to
so
utilize
I
it.
got a Google.
And I'll
account.
show you, we'll show you in a little while,
Okay, all right.
okay?
Okay.
Any other questions before I show this video? Okay, so I've got two here. One that's actually showing you how to create a Gmail. And I think I have one on, I'd like to show you, if you have one already, how do you add it to your iPad? So let's start with, Derek, if you could stop sharing your screen. I'll show this video right now. Start sharing on my end and let them
Alright.
watch this and get an idea. Okay? All right. Let- So is that? Yep.
Yep.
Let me get this going now for you so you can see.
You're showing me,
yeah.
this is all just interesting to
email
me.
account on iPad. If you want to create a new Gmail account on your iPad, you can do that real quickly. In this video, I will show you how to create a Gmail account to your iPad using.
Teresa, we can't see it. We're
So
seeing
before we proceed with this video,
Okay, hold
check
on,
if
hold
you have
on.
the Gmail
Hold on, I don't know what's going on, why you can't, but hold on, let me
app
see.
on the iPad.
Hold on,
If you
why you can't see it? So what is? Okay, I'm changing the method.
What's the
Changing
difference
method.
between a
Give me a
service
second.
animal and an emotional support pet? Well, a service
Still can't see it.
If you have
Okay,
not
just hold
installed it,
on, just
put
give me
the
1
video.
second. Just give me 1 second. Okay.
Okay, put it.
Were you able to hear it though?
Yeah, we heard it.
Okay, so then
Yeah.
that part is, okay, I don't need to get that taken out, all right. Let me just, hold on. Let me just make sure that my sharing is intact because it might be a problem there. Oops. Hold on, let me make sure. Share. All right, so let me get this video going again. I'm sure now, by now, you should be able to see it.
Yes.
Yeah.
Go to the App Store and install the Gmail app.
Let me
Now
start it from
open
the beginning.
Gmail app.
Let me start
Tap
from the
on-
beginning.
Using the Gmail app. So before we proceed with this video, check if you have the Gmail app on the iPad. If you have not installed it, put the video on pause and go to the App Store and install the Gmail app. Now open the Gmail app. Tap on Sign In. Tap now on Google. Tap now Continue. Now tap on Create Account. Select for yourself or for your business, how you want. Write the first name and the last name, then tap Next. Enter your birthday and gender, and then tap Next. Select one of the recommended Gmail address Google gives you. You can also tap on Create your own Gmail address. The last option will allow you to customize your email address. Now tap Next. You can use the password created by the iPad, but I prefer using my own. So tap what you prefer. I prefer using my own password. After you set up the password on your Gmail account on the iPad, tap Next. Confirm that you are not a robot. Write your phone number and then tap Next. Now enter the 6-digit verification code you received and tap Next. Go to the bottom of the page and tap Yes, I'm in. Agree with terms of service from Google and then tap Create Account. Tap Confirm. You'll be signed into the account you just created. You just need to wait until all process is finished. Allow smart features on Gmail or disable this. Tap Next. Select here what you want and then tap Done. You have now created a new Gmail account on your iPad. If this was useful, please like, share, and subscribe. You can also watch more videos from the right. Also, if you have.
So that's basically an idea of how you create. That's where you begin creating your Google account with a Gmail. If you already have a Gmail, there's no need to do so. So
Right.
what I'd like to do at this point is to find out who is it that needs help creating their Gmail account. I'd like to get an idea. Because that's where we would like to help you do that. And then the other group who doesn't need any help, I could just show you how to access your Google account using your Gmail.
Okay.
I'm still a little confused as to whether I have a Gmail account. I must have a Gmail account if I got an email account, right?
No, not necessarily.
Okay,
Not necessarily. They're different types of they're different domains. They're called domains. For
Mhm.
example, I have email accounts. I have Gmail accounts. I have Yahoo accounts. I have iCloud account. I have Outlook account. You can have different domains of, types of email accounts. And
Okay.
I don't probably look at your email account and tell you where yours is with.
Hello.
You see where it has the @ sign in your email account? @
Yeah,
Right after that @ signal, it tells you what type of email account you have.
mine
If-
says Gmail.
So then you do have a Gmail account.
Okay,
Now, if it was at iCloud, it's an iCloud account.
okay,
At Yahoo account.
okay. I got the iCloud because I got that when I got this.
All right, so you're with the group that's got a
Okay,
Gmail. So all
all
I
right.
need to show you is about your Gmail account. That's all I need to
Okay.
show.
Okay.
Now, I'd like to actually quickly show you, if you have a Gmail account, how to access it. I mean, to your Google account. And then after that, if we still have time, because we can always push this to another session, we then help those to create. Okay? If you don't have one. All right. So what does our clock look like? 2:12. So, all right. So the first thing I'm going to do now is to actually, I'm going to assume that there's a group that already has an email account, and just how do you access your Google account? That's where I'm going now. Okay. All right. So what I'd like to do, though, I'd like to actually show this on an iPad, because that's what you're using. The interfaces vary, because even though I have an Apple desktop, my interface it varies somewhat from an iPad, even though they're both Apple products. And as Derek was saying, that he's using his desktop, so things a little different than an iPad, right, Derek?
Right.
So let me see. I'm going to now stop sharing. I'm going to now bring up. Meanwhile, Derek, you could talk about the creating a YouTube account while I bring up my iPad and then begin sharing that screen to show them how to identify, how to access the Google Workspace, where all the different features are there to access YouTube and so forth. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah,
And
you can talk about that while I do this.
I
Yeah.
have some interesting I have an interesting finding that I was doing off to the side. So what I was doing was just trying to create a new Google account, because since it's been a while for me, just go through the steps. And what I did find out, they've changed some things since the last time I made my own Google
Mhm.
account. So
Mhm.
what I've noticed is, right when as you saw in the video, when you entered in your name, birthday information, and when it's asking you to enter in an email that you want to use, it actually allows you to use a different email service to make a Google account, and not just Gmail exclusively. So if you've made an iCloud account with us, or if you have a pre-existing email account, you can use that to make the Google account. So that's interesting that I see that option there. It is showing up that you can use other email addresses. So Gmail account isn't 100% necessary anymore, what it seems like.
Mhm. Yeah, that's new information.
Yes, I'm just finding this out now, because it's always you have to make a Gmail account in order to make a Google account, in a sense. So it was one and the same, but now it looks like it's expanded since then, because it's been a while since I've made one. So it's very interesting. It throws a new dynamic in the mix.
And I can tell you from what you're saying, Derek, is that it changes. I've been going into YouTube, looking at how to create a Gmail account, and it goes by the year. 2021 is different from 2023. How to.
Yeah, so they have been updating their methods because
Mhm.
like I said, it's a
Mhm.
new dynamic that they just threw into the mix all of a sudden. And it can help in this situation where we don't have to go through the whole process for those who don't have a Gmail account, because we can use their iCloud as their primary mail account. So for some seniors, you don't have to juggle multiple email accounts to remember multiple passwords, because I know the some of you who've called, you've expressed that, juggling multiple email accounts. So this will help in that regard of doing that.
But Dirk, can I ask a question?
Yes,
Mhm.
sir.
Okay, that's what I'm saying. So instead of me trying to get rid of the one he created, because I got the one on iCloud now, which is iCloud. But as far as I got a Gmail account, but it's under another email address. And for me to get rid of the old one, it asks me which one I want to use. So I go to my regular one, which is John Anderson. But then I have to go through a bunch of steps to get that to pop up. So instead of me doing that, wouldn't it just be in my best interest to just create another one and knock all of that out, that I ain't got to worry about it? Or should I just use the iCloud one that I got now?
So your case is still kind of a case where we have to see, because nothing happens automatically. We have to see what you're accessing that is trying to ask you for that information. And then also, if that's the case, then we might need to get those accounts off if it's not anything that's preventing you moving any further, for us to get that off. And then you can use the new one if you make a new one, in order for you to be able to utilize whatever service you were trying to use, whether if it's YouTube or if it's maybe the calendar, anything that you were trying to use under the Google Workspace. So we would still have to see what exactly is going on to give you a definitive answer.
But so by me having the iCloud one, am I still going to need the Google one too? Or can I just get rid of it and don't worry about it?
So it depends on what you're trying to access. If you want to make a new Google account with the iCloud, then you can do that. And if you have the old Google account, and if you don't no longer want access to that, then you won't have to worry about using that one. So once again, all depends on how we have to see it in person, or if you want to use Zoom and we can share your screen, we can do it that way. But we will have to see it to give the appropriate steps for your next steps in a sense. So
Okay,
we
I
won't be able to
understand.
really do it unless we see it.
Okay,
Okay.
what's the best?
Thank
Go
you
ahead.
very much on that part, Derek. I'm in my Google account on my iPad. Okay, I'm actually in, as you can see, Gmail over here. Just as if I'm speaking to those who already have a Gmail account. You're in your Gmail account. Now, how do you access all these other features of which is considered the Google suite, right? So up here on the top right-hand corner, you see those 9 dots.
Right.
I tap on that. And here it is. This is my Google suite, my Google Workspace. Okay. I have access to, look what I have down here. YouTube.
So we can go there, Teresa,
Mhm.
and tap on YouTube,
Mhm.
and that automatically ties us into YouTube.
It gets us in there. I'm going to tap on it. And then basically from this point, I'm going to type in what Derek said. Wow Tech. Right, Derek? Is that what it is? Wow Tech?
Yep.
You search. Wow Tech. Here it is. Do you see our icon down below? That's our logo. In that green blue, I tap on that. Subscribe.
The share screen went off for some reason.
Oh, the share screen stopped. Oh my goodness. All right, let me.
Yeah,
All
it
right.
just stopped.
Give me a
right
second to
when-
go back to Zoom because I need to reshare. So, did it really kick me out of Zoom altogether?
Is
Can you-
Wildtech spelled all together or separated?
It's all together. The T is a capital.
Did you start off by going to your Google email account? Is that how you started?
Mm-hmm. I'll show you again if you need.
My Google email account, I have it on my iPad along with my iCloud account. So I can just go to Google and I've clicked on Google and all my Google emails come up.
Mhm.
So what do I do
Yeah.
after that?
Well, no, one thing at a time. Let me address your.
Y'all going too fast. Too many questions.
So as I
But
say,
it's a good
to people-
question.
yeah, I said people on the help desk. There's multiple ways to do multiple things on these devices. Like getting into Zoom, I show people multiple ways on how to get to Zoom because there is no one definitive way. There's multiple ways, but we're just showing you one of many that you can utilize.
Okay, I want one, just one. That's all I can mentally
So
have.
I'm in my Gmail account, right? Like you will be in yours. I look for these 9 dots, tap on it. Okay, what happened here? Hold on.
Now I'm getting
Yeah,
confused.
I tap on it, then I scroll down, take my finger, and I tap on YouTube. Okay. And then while I'm in YouTube, I'm now there. I go to the search, shared with us earlier. Type in the search WILD space TECH, right? And then I hit the search. Here, I basically look for Wildtech logo. There it is there, because that's our channel. And I just tap on it. And there I now have access. It's the playlist that they're talked about. And it has the list that, okay? How you access it. All the Verifian presentations, okay?
And I
So
can
that's
see all of them from the
your
very
Gmail.
beginning.
Ah,
I can see all of the videos all of the presentations from the very beginning.
Eric, can you answer that question?
So you can see all of them that we have currently, except for the lunch clubs. The lunch clubs are the ones that
Okay.
we don't put on the panel.
And the
But-
morning show that we just started.
Okay,
I've been up in the air about that one. I put some of them up there. I put some of
Oh,
them up
you
there.
did? Okay.
Yeah, some of them. So
That's all
yeah. So we can talk if you want to have them on there or not. Just let me know. I'm here to make sure that everyone has a good experience. That's all.
So that's if you have a Gmail account.
okay.
What if you don't? This is what you do next. All right, so I'm coming, before I leave out of here, any questions? Because now I'm going to show you how to get a Gmail account created. Everybody's okay?
I have a question, Teresa, if I may.
Go ahead.
The virtual background that's used on Zoom, does
Mhm.
that automatically transfer over to if you use Google Meets?
Yep.
Wonderful. Thank you.
Mhm. You could see Brenda with her beautiful background.
I have many.
background.
No, I mean, not for Zoom, not for Zoom. Because we're on Zoom now. I mean, if I use Google Meet, will that?
Oh, no. 2 different apps. Two
Okay,
different
that's
apps.
Okay, so I need to put one on Google Meets. Okay, thank you.
Yeah. But that's a very good question. Google, okay. All right, so now that I've done that, any other questions relative to this before I move on to how to get a Gmail account? I'm moving on, okay. So I'm going to hit my home button. I am now going to the App Store. I'm going to look for that uppercase A. And if I can't find it, I can tap in the search app and there it popped up. Store. I'm hearing a television. I don't want, not now, I don't want anything now. So I'm going to type in my little search magnifying glass. Gmail. Did I get it? I think I got it. And then we hit search. And here I have a host of selections here. And basically Gmail, email by Google with the big M.
Yes.
Now, I could select any other of these like the Google Drive, but all of that is in this suite. So I don't need to go singular. I can go with the group. So I select, notice the little cloud with the arrow pointing down. Tap on that. It may ask me for my, I hope it doesn't, for my user. No, it isn't asking me for my user name and password. It all depends. Sometimes they will ask for it, other times it will not. Looks like it's downloading without any difficulty. It's a very simple process.
Teresa, if you hit photos in Google, will it put all my photos in?
Well, it wouldn't put it, you have to put it there.
I'd have to put them in, okay.
But I'll show you that in a little while.
Okay.
Mhm. But you can save all your photographs there on another server. So an event that you don't want to keep paying for that iCloud one,
Yeah,
you can move your photographs into Google, which is free.
okay, that's what I'll do.
It's almost there.
Hey, Teresa,
Yes.
I have a question, dear.
Oh.
I don't know what I did or how I did it. I know I did the other night create a Google account, right?
Mhm.
And when I hit my little home button here to go try to get on Google, all I get is the video call that I did. How do I get to the WildTech to search? Because I typed in WildTech and
Can
pushed
we get
search,
this
but
first?
it's nothing coming up.
Oh,
Sarah,
Lord.
can you answer that?
So it's the only thing you can see is the search. So it may be that you may be in Google Meet. If you're looking at the videos, they say video that you did, but
Oh, she just made.
I'm not looking at the videos, dear heart. All it
Are
shows
we
is
doing
the
email?
phone number and saying video call.
Can we finish with the email, the Gmail?
Okay, yep, I would highly recommend we finish with this and then go to that. Okay, can you hold off, Laverne?
Yes, ma'am.
I appreciate your patience. So now I'm going to sign in. I hit the sign in. Now look what pops up. Because Gmail knows that I already have an account. But what if you didn't?
Yes, okay.
Right? I can add another account, right? And there it is. I can continue. And there, this is where it all begins. Create account. See where it says that?
Yes.
So I select that. Create account. I don't really want to create an account because I've got too many Gmails account. But in fact, I read an article saying that they're going to be locking down on that. Any unused email accounts, they're going to be getting rid of them. They're giving you X amount of time to use them.
oh yeah.
Remember in the video, it says for yourself or for business. Well, it will be for myself. So I type in myself, and this is where I'll type in my first name, my last name, and each form that comes up, you just complete it as you go. Okay. It'll ask you for a username that you would like to use, or it will suggest one. And you want to go with one that you want. So you want your own personal one. And you may want it just with your first initial and your last name. So you put that in. In my case, I put in T. James. And my name is so common that he'll probably know that's not going to work. I need to add some more to it to make it unique. So I have to come up with a number or something unique to separate it from the typical T. James. Okay. Now, I'm not going to go any further because I really don't want to create another account, but as shown in the video, you just follow the complete, the form. Okay? Anybody get it?
Yes.
All right. Again, you're not alone with this. You need help with it. Where do you call? What number do you call?
The helpline.
202-800-6868.
Thank you, Laverne.
I know it by heart, and ask for Derek.
I think y'all didn't learn from last time. Because I was calling Ghostbusters. They told me nobody was calling them. Y'all was calling us. I was called Ghostbusters.
That's for sure, because I'm not calling Ghostbusters. I'm calling Derek. They say Derek,
Okay. I'm
But
not going to check the chat to see anybody's asking anything important in the chat. Yeah, that's all I want to do for the background. I got my Gmail already. All right. Any questions in this area? Because it is that time. Now I want to go back to Laverne, Bill, because Laverne did have a question that she needed answered.
Yeah, I have another question too, because I haven't been able to figure this out.
Okay. But before we go on to Laverne, anybody want any question on this creation of an account?
Yes,
Go
I
ahead.
have a question.
Mhm.
Okay, after you do the magnifying glass, what's after that step? I didn't get that.
You mean in the App Store?
Yeah, when you was doing everything, telling you how to create it, you go to the App Store, and you type in the magnifying glass.
Mhm.
And what's after that? What
After you
comes
type
after
it
that?
in, you'll be given, all right, here it is. I'll show you again, if that helps. Go to the App Store. So let's find the App Store. Type in the magnify Gmail. See where? That's what you type in.
So Gmail is after the magnifying glass.
Yeah, where the magnifying glass is, yeah.
Okay, okay, thank you. I appreciate it.
You're welcome. Any other questions on this before we leave out of here? Everybody's okay?
It looks like Miss Franklin has her hand raised.
Okay, go ahead, Miss Franklin, because I'm not seeing the list, so. Miss Franklin, go ahead.
You have to unmute Miss Franklin.
Is she unmuted?
No, make sure you push the unmute button up top.
Well, while she's doing, I'll go with Doris. Doris, go ahead and unmute. Unmute, Doris.
I'm unmuted.
Okay,
Okay, go ahead, Marie. Go ahead, Marie.
Every time I want to go to the Apple store or anything, and I type in my ID, it says invalid, and I type in the code that they give me.
Who gave you? Give you the code.
So what should I do?
And you have a TV on, Marie?
Yes.
That TV
Please turn it off.
at this time. I'm hearing the
That
TV.
also
instead of
is
you.
What is wrong with these people?
Okay. All right. So repeat that again. Whenever you go to the App Store and it asks for your username, it's telling you it's incorrect.
Yeah.
That means it's probably is incorrect. So did you write it down? Did you write it down?
I typed in the numbers that they give me, and it still says invalid.
Who gave you those numbers?
When I call
on
the telephone, when it says call on the telephone to get your use the code.
Oh, you mean to reset your password? They give you a code.
Yes.
To
Yes.
reset your password, they give you a code. Yeah, let me tell you something about computers. It is what is known as precise business. If it says 001, it's expecting 001. If it's not getting 001, it will tell you it's invalid. It's precise business. It doesn't have a brain.
Well, I type in the letters that they, the numbers that they give me, and it still
Something you are
invalid.
doing wrong. No, I've got to represent that part. You're entering it incorrectly. Because
If I
computers
what
are
they,
precise
if I
business.
type in what they give me, how's it incorrect?
Well, you may have to answer that question on your own, because if the computer tells me to type in 001 and I type in 011, I'm going to get a response like that.
No, I
And I've been in this business for 20 something years. I know it. Am I right, Derek?
Yeah, the computer does have to get exactly what they give you. So sometimes that code may be invalid because it expired, or they may have sent two codes instead. So you may be using an older code. So a lot of things happen in transit that I have experienced at the help desk, and it is generally user error in that regard. So that's why we have to make sure that when we follow the steps, we have to make sure that we do it step by step, so that way we're not jumping the gun a little bit.
Okay.
Now,
Thank you.
Derek did say something. He said time. These things are usually time sensitive. They'll tell you you have 5 minutes or 15 or whatever time to use that code. Now, if you took a telephone call, chat on the phone for 20 minutes, that code is no longer valid.
Okay. All right. Thank you.
Okay?
Yes, thank you.
You're welcome. All right, let's go to Laverne now. Laverne, you had a question. Go ahead,
Yes,
Laverne.
ma'am. Which one we're gonna do, the Google first or the second question that came up? But while I'm thinking about it, I want to ask you, how in the world do I get on chat and learn how to type in on the chat?
How do you type? Oh, so this is not to do with Google. You want to know how to type into the chat?
Yeah, you had brought that up, and see, that was something else that I wanted to ask you. But okay, we're gonna get back to the Google, okay? I finally was able to create me a Google account by a miracle, okay? So I don't know exactly what I did, but I do know I have it. But right now I'm trying to tap on it to get to the wild tech, but it will not come up. The only thing that keep popping up when I take and push my home button and go to Google is the video chats I had, okay? It has the phone numbers and the video calls that I did the other day when I got the Google account. But I don't know how to get on here to get to the wild tech so I can look over the modules and see what I've been missing, or see what else I can grasp and have a miracle work some kind of way.
All right, so what I'm hearing, you have a Google account. That's what I'm hearing. How do you access the channel? Do you access it through the Google account, or do you put it in the browser, or do the YouTube app? How are you accessing YouTube?
How am I accessing it?
Yeah, how are you getting to the YouTube?
I push my home button and I look at the dock. It has the little picture of the Google thing on here. The little multicolored thing. Look like a screen.
Derek, is that making sense? Because I'm trying to see if I can picture what she's saying.
It sounds like she may be using a Safari. to
Mhm.
access the Google account.
Is
I'll-
that this little tube of Safari? Is that the little yellow color in it, and a red, a blue, and a green?
Okay,
He's
so it
on
sounds like
Google. That's
Chrome.
Google.
Yes,
Yeah.
you're using Google.
Mhm.
So what will help you better is if on your home screen, if you go to the YouTube app that's pre-downloaded on all of the iPad devices that we send out, and go from there and use the steps that we've shown to access the Wow Tech channel. Because that
In other
will.
words,
Mhm.
let me show you what he just said.
Okay, wait a
You see
minute.
on my screen,
Yes, ma'am, looking
see
at
the
it.
YouTube, do you see the YouTube icon in the far left of my screen where it says? it's
Yes,
in the-
ma'am, the little red.
That's what he's
rectangle,
talking
like
about.
The little white triangle.
You tap on that, and then you in the search bar, you put in Wow. Please, TECH, check, and bang. It should show. There you go.
Okay, so what I do is hit my little home button again
Mhm.
and look to find the what? YouTube?
Yeah, YouTube app. Mhm.
Let me see. Do-do-do-do. Do-do-do-do-do-do. Wait a minute now, hold up. Do-do-do. I don't. Wait a
While she's
minute
doing that, do
now.
we have any other questions? Because we're getting to the end of the afternoon where we must wrap up. Any other questions before I wrap up?
How in the world?
No, everybody's comfortable?
Yes.
All right. Do we have a selection for music to wrap up tonight?
Jesus is love.
Jesus in love.
Mr. Anderson, go sing it for us. Mr. Anderson.
I knew all the words.
All right.
Laverne, how are you doing there? Because the clock is ticking. We can
I'm
help you with
kind
the
of
time
lost
and
here,
focus.
dear heart. I got other little things that's covering up stuff, and I can't get it off my screen.
But you know what to do though now, right? Once you find that app, all you do is tap on it, and then in the search bar with the magnifying glass, you put in Wild Space Tech. And it will
Oh,
take
when
you.
I do Wild Tech, I take a space.
Right, Derek? You don't even need a space. You can just put in, there's no need for a space from what I see. WILDTECH.
Yes,
That's
if you
what
do
I
it with
did.
or without, it'll still get you there.
Yeah.
But I can't see behind all this other stuff on my screen.
Yeah, well, you can, take your time. Don't be stressed, but we're gonna wrap it up now because the clock, we're past our end of the time. We're just now here for Q&A. And just want to make sure everybody's, you can unmute. Go ahead.
Miss
Before-
Teresa, yeah, Shirley Bagley. Hi, hello everyone.
Shirley.
Hi, I've been on vacation,
Hello.
and I'm just getting back Wednesday. But I got into YouTube, okay, because I already had a Gmail account, and I got into the YouTube, okay, and I can see you and Miss Brenda.
Good. There you go. It works. It works.
It works, yeah.
It works. Okay, so Derek and I did our jobs, right, Derek?
Because I had a Gmail account, all I had to do was go to YouTube and search in that little magnifying thing, and it came right up.
Right.
Yeah.
And if you don't have a Gmail account, you create one by downloading the app and then creating an account. Okay?
All right. Thank you.
And so
All
also
right.
make sure to hit the subscribe button so that way you can know.
Teresa, whatever was covering up YouTube, I got it off, and I see YouTube now. So what I do, just hit YouTube.
Yeah. Well, isn't that where you want to go?
Okay.
Excuse me, Derek. You
Yes,
say
Bagley?
something.
about hitting the
YouTube would
subscribe
like
button?
to send you
Oh, yeah.
notifications.
Make sure you press the subscribe button on our YouTube channel so that way
Uh-huh.
you can always know when we're going to be uploading videos.
Oh,
Mhm.
okay, then hit that subscribe button down at the bottom. All right, thank you.
No problem.
Okay,
Okay.
all right. Anything else before I get the song going?
Okay, they said YouTube would like to send me notifications. Do I allow them?
Yes, you do. So that way you'll know when we put a new video up.
You won't know what's going on.
Okay, okay, Will. All right, I hit
Okay,
allow, so nothing.
that's
else.
okay, Shirley. You're learning, my dear. Step by
It's-
step.
One day at a time.
Yep, that's the
Okay,
song,
now
one
all
day
I
at a
see
time.
is all these pictures, so what do I do now?
Well, Shirley, you decide once you're in Wild Tech, what you want to look at.
I don't want to look at none of these things
What?
that's here. So what I do? I'm
Derek,
not
you answer
buying
that
nothing.
question.
So what you want to do is you want to see in the top right, you will see a little magnifying glass. You want to tap on that.
The magnifying.
Oh, shucks. I
So let me know
think
if you
I
see it.
just. No, I don't. I think I hit something wrong because I'm not trying to buy nothing.
Oh, yeah, we don't want you to buy nothing. We're not here to sell you anything. So what you see on the screen, you see the YouTube at the top?
I'm on something wrong because it's saying something about some some crap about buying something, and I'm not trying to buy nothing.
Oh,
Okay,
what is
Sherry,
that
we'll
something?
just leave it. You will leave it at that point. You're looking for that magnifying glass. You're entering the word Wild Tech, and then you're selecting it. And then while you're there, you look for.
I'm
And
trying to
you're-
get off this crap first.
Yep.
Daggone it.
Okay. All right. I'm going to play the music, and that will bring us to the end of this week's session. I hope you all enjoyed, learned something throughout this week. Keep in mind the senior bowl that's coming up. I decided, while I have your attention, that I'm going to create as many questions as I can, and I'm going to send it out at some point. I'm not giving the answers of possible questions for the Senior Bowl. How does that sound?
Sound good.
No answers, just questions.
Okay.
All right.
Sounds all right to me, because I know the answers and I
So-
get them.
Keep filling out those forms. We need those forms. We need at least 50 participants.
Come on, people, let's get our names in there.
Right?
Don't let me be the smartest one in the bunch.
Oh.
Right?
Teresa, I want to ask you a question about.
Y'all
I
can
wanna
have it.
ask you-
Denise, go
I want to
ahead.
ask you a question about when you were saying yesterday the coloring. The art.
Pencil set. Yeah, that's for next Tuesday. Our
Yeah.
fitness instructor wants to do some art, I guess, art therapy, whatever it is with you all. And he would like for you to have a paint set, if you have one available, to work along with him.
And if we don't, how can we use the iPad and look
I
up?
guess you would observe at that point.
Oh, okay. But I have some pencils,
Yeah,
but,
whatever art, where you like to do it.
okay.
Okay. So we have that on Tuesday. So I'm going to be getting, this Sunday, I'll be coming up with my long list of questions. And I'm going to have it posted some point next week on possible questions. I'll be selecting, that would be a pool of questions, and I'm going to be selecting like 50 out of those for the Senior Bowl.
Well, some of them be like multiple choice. You put the question and we might have three.
No, I'm not. I am not putting multiple choices. I'm putting questions. Now, the Senior Bowl itself will have multiple questions. choices.
Yeah, that's the one I'm talking about.
Yeah,
The
yeah,
bowl.
Yeah,
Okay.
the bowl itself will have it, yes.
Uh-huh, okay.
All right, but the question will give you an idea of what, where,
Mm-hmm.
what you need to be looking at. In other words, it's homework.
Yeah.
Right.
It gives you homework too. You all wanted some homework? Well, you'll get homework.
Yeah.
And what is the payoff? The payoff is you win and you walk away with these lovely accessories.
Okay.
Okay. All right.
All right?
Teresa, since I've been on here, I have learned I can do. So all of this is very helpful to me. And I'm encouraging everybody, you can do this.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep, I
Teresa?
remember when
I have-
Diane first came on. You remember how it was like for you, Diane? I remember your first few times. Getting words out were so difficult because you had just recently experienced a stroke.
Oh, yeah.
I remember that.
And then all of a sudden you can't shut me up.
That's just, he's a
I need you to think of that one.
That's a
Wonderful.
blessing.
Mm.
That is a
Teresa,
blessing.
just want to
Uh-huh.
ask a question about these questions that you're making up. They're all referring to DC history?
Absolutely.
Okay,
Okay.
I'm sticking within DC.
okay.
All right.
Hello, I haven't registered for the game. How do you, I was going to register and then it went away.
Do you check your email?
No, I don't
So
think
that's
so.
why now I'm going to force you to check your
Okay.
email. I'm going to force
Okay.
you to do it. Because you know why? We send out emails 5 days a week. And when I check to see how many people are opening their emails, I'm like disappointed. I truly am disappointed.
Well, I opened it and I was getting ready to put my name in and something happened. I don't know.
So I want you all to start opening your emails.
All right.
Okay.
Promise me
Okay.
that.
I will.
And I do have a Gmail account.
All right.
All right.
All you gotta do is add it to your account.
You got to add it here? It just automatically came on when
Right.
Okay, be blessed.
All right.
Okay.
All right,
Have
Teresa.
a good blessed weekend.
Have
You
a good
too.
Teresa.
All right, everybody.
All right, you
Bye,
too.
ladies.
Miss
Good
Teresa.
one.
Bye to
You,
everybody.
Derek. Thank you, Derek, for your
Great
insight.
weekend.
No problem.
Good
man.
weekend.
What we do.
Thank
What
you.
we
Everybody
do.
be
Let's
safe.
give it up for
Enjoy your
Derek.
weekend.
Give it up for Derek. Everybody give it up for
Later.
Derek.
Hey,
Thank
Derek.
you,
Thank you,
Derek.
Derek. Good job.
Okay,
Derek.
Derek.
Goodbye,
Derek.
All right,
everyone.
Derek.
Thank
Thank
you.
you. Thank you.
Later, Derek. Have a
All
nice
Nice being on
right,
with you
Derek.
all. Love being on with you all.
Okay,
Okay,
everybody
Derek.
have a
All
good
right.
weekend.
All right.
Well,
That's
call
a good
Derek
one.
Butter.